My name is Stephen T. I am 47 years old, and for 30 years, I suffered depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and constant anger and irritability, and an overwhelming feeling of wanting to die every day. Always hated what I saw in the mirror, and I always wanted to change my appearance, try to find some relief. So when I'm suffering, life is so difficult that it often feels impossible. And I seek relief by making irresponsible decisions, like spending money I don't have or getting tattoos, not realizing or not even caring that they're permanent, going to be with me for the rest of my life. And also doing things like smoking, drinking, and drug use. And also when I'm suffering, I just have a constant feeling of dread for life. And I don't want to do anything. Things like grocery shopping, don't want to do it. Go to work, don't want to do it. Even fun things that I might normally be passionate for, like exercise or music, poetry, just don't want to do it. And worst of all, when I'm suffering, I'm incapable of being a competent father to my 8-year-old daughter, Samantha. And she's my why in life. She is the reason that I want to be the best version of myself. When I implement a ketogenic diet and many other metabolic therapies that keep my mitochondria plentiful and functioning correctly, everything becomes the complete opposite. And I am a different person living a different life. I am no longer angry and irritable. I'm happy and calm. My depression and anxiety vanish. I no longer hate what I see in the mirror, and sometimes will even catch me smiling at my reflection. Life no longer feels dreadful or impossible. It's the opposite, and it feels easy, but it's not just easy. I have an endless and effortless enthusiasm for all the simple things in life that I mentioned before. And best of all, I am a capable father to my daughter, who that's what she deserves. She deserves to have the best version of her father in her life. If you're someone who is curious about using ketogenic diet or other metabolic therapies for your mental health, I would say the main reason to do it is because it works. It works for me and it works for so many other people. If your choice is taking a medicine, taking a pill, well, that's going to work somewhat for some of the people, some of the time. I know that's what was the case for me. But the diet and the metabolic therapies, they work really well for lots of people. So you have a high success rate. And the advice I would give is to take it easy, go slow, and be gentle on yourself. That's how you set yourself up for success, not just with a ketogenic diet, but really in all facets of life. I discovered ketosis by accident. I didn't know what it was when it happened. And then by the time I figured it out, this was years ago now, a couple of years ago. And so I didn't even know that there were doctors out there doing this. And then when it came for the time that we were doing this for my daughter, we tried to find doctors, but they're far away or they're very, very expensive. So I figured this out on my own, and I have come to what I do based on self-experimentation. Now, if you're somebody who has access to a doctor, I would say absolutely use it. If you can afford it and you can get there, I would have as much help as possible. This keto community has accepted me, and it's been amazing. It's really been amazing. And it's added this element to my life. It's as if I had a hole that's being filled. You know, I used to feel when I was depressed and I was suffering, I always felt like I had a giant hole in me that I was trying to fill up. And now that I've been ketogenic and doing these other metabolic therapies, I don't necessarily feel like I have that empty hole, but the love that I've gotten from this community has filled me up so much and given me such great gratitude. And along with that, that has fueled my purpose to be out there and trying to spread the message of hope to people that if you get a diagnosis of bipolar, it is not a life sentence like they tell you. You do not have to take medication for the rest of your life. I'm out here trying to spread that message of hope And the community has reinforced that. The community has given me opportunities to do that by volunteering for certain organizations. And it's been amazing. This is a part of my life that I've never really experienced before. And I think it's huge to love and be loved.